Hi friends. Today's story time we are going to read How to Be a Friend. Hi. By Lori Krasny Brown and Mark Brown. Very excited to read this story to you guys. There are times when it feels good to be by yourself, enjoying your own company. Do you like to spend time by yourself sometimes? You can think of ideas, pretend, and play exactly what you want. With no one else around, you can have all the toys to yourself. But some games are not the same playing by yourself, and they're not as much fun to play alone. There are times when you may feel lonely or bored, when you want to have someone to play with. And that mom and that dad are trying to encourage him to go see if he wants to play with him. Can that make you feel nervous sometimes when you meet someone and you're going to go ask to play with them and you don't know them? Yeah, sometimes. And then sometimes it's super easy. Want to play? Okay. Anyone who's nice to you and who likes to play with you can become a friend. Friends can be different from each other in all kinds of ways. Okay, so this one is his mom is his friend. This one, his friend is really good at computers. This one, her babysitter is her friend. This friend lives next door. This friend has a beard. And this friend has freckles. And this friend's in a wheelchair. One of these friends speak not only English but Spanish too. But there is one important way that friends are always alike. Friends feel the same about each other. Now that doesn't mean that sometimes you don't get frustrated with a friend, but it is true. Friends, real friends, feel the same about each other. There are many ways to show that you like someone and you want to be their friend. You can play fair, flip a coin with a friend to see who goes first. You can protect a friend if someone starts bothering them. You can share toys and other things. You can stand up for friends even when other kids complain about them or make fun of them. You can invite them to play with you. You can listen to your friends and pay attention to what they are saying. You can try to cheer up a friend who's feeling sad. You can cooperate. Go along with your friends' ideas sometimes. You can offer to help friends when they need it. Do you think our friends like it when sometimes we say, hey, why don't you choose what we're going to play? Yes, it's important to share that. You can compliment your friend even when she wins and you lose. That's being a good sport. You can keep your word, then friends will know that they can trust you. You can do things for friends like make them special presents. So that's a lot of ways to show someone that they are your friend. Everyone feels left out sometimes. And it's not always easy to join in. Feeling left out hurts inside, but acting very angry about it sometimes doesn't help. Doing nothing isn't much help either. You may end up feeling helpless and sad. Have you ever had that feeling before where people were playing and you wanted to go play, and so you asked, "Can I come play with you?" And they said no. How did that make you feel? Yeah, it's tough. What you can do instead is you can invite someone else to play with you, or find something you like doing on your own for a while. Later, you could try to join in the group again. If you watch to see what they are playing, you might be able to offer some help. So rather than becoming very angry, which it's okay to be angry, sometimes you need to take a step back when you're feeling angry and just allow yourself to sort of feel the anger and let it pass through you. But then after you've processed that, you could do other things like they just said. And then if you go and try again and you say, "Can I play with you guys?" and they say no, it's a good idea to find new friends, because you want to have a friend that feels the same way about you as you feel about them, right? Yeah. We all feel shy at times, such as when we meet new classmates or go to new places. So this kiddo is going to an after-school program that he's never been to before. Have you ever felt that way when mom and dad have dropped you off? You weren't very happy about being separated from them? Yeah. When you feel shy, it takes courage even to say hi to someone, but the more you practice, the easier it gets. And then what happens when you're not feeling happy that you're separated from your parents temporarily, and then you start to talk and make friends? What happens to how you feel? Yeah, you start to feel better because now you're connected to someone. Friends are bound to disagree about things. Even best friends can bother each other sometimes. There are many ways to upset friends. So friends, it is completely normal to get in an argument with other people regardless of how much you love them. It's just it's a natural part of life. So there's different ways that you can deal with an argument. You can get very angry and blame the person, and they can blame you, and that usually doesn't do good things for your friendship. Okay, because everybody has the right to be angry, but then when we start finger pointing and shaming, it's not very good for a friendship. But there are ways that you can resolve arguments constructively, meaning that even though you might be upset, both people can find a solution that makes them feel good. Okay, so if you cheat or don't follow the rules, if you insult or call them names, if you don't let them play, if you hit or hurt them, if you tease or make fun of them, if you don't share things, if you blame your friends for something they didn't do, if you don't let your friend play with anyone else, if you act like a poor sport showing off when you win or quitting so you won't lose, if you ignore what your friends say. So those are all different ways to not treat a friend. Being a boss means that you like to tell your friends what to do when you play. You like to make the rules, but friends may get upset if you never let them have a chance to be in charge. So in this right here, this scene, they're playing pretend, but one of them wants to be the same thing every time. Yeah, that's happened before. And the other person wants a turn, like if you're playing house, somebody else wants a turn to be a mom and they don't want to have to be the baby. So it's really good to take turns with friends. One of the worst ways to treat a friend is to act mean and try to scare someone into doing what you want. If someone does that to you, try very hard to stay calm. Tell that person to leave you alone. Join other friendly kids. And if that doesn't work, ask a grown-up for help. Okay, that's very important. So he's saying that if they scare you into doing something that they want you to do. So if you don't come do this with me or play this with me, I'm going to beat you up or something like that. That's never, ever, ever okay. And if you ever find yourself in a situation like that, get out of it as fast as you possibly can. And don't be afraid to ask a grown-up for help, okay? Because no one deserves to be treated that way. There is always more than one way to settle an argument. If you and your friend want to use the same toy, what could you do instead of fighting over it? Be creative. Think of a way you can both use it. Decide to take turns or try to get enough toys for both of you. And that's what we try to do as much as possible at preschool, is to have enough of what everybody wants to play with. But sometimes that doesn't happen, like the red bike, Magna-Tile sometimes. Sometimes we didn't have enough marble maze as was wanted, and so in that way, we would do something like we would take turns or set the timer or something so that everybody would be able to play with it. You can make a deal. If you get this, what can your friend have? Use a trick such as flipping a coin or counting 1 potato, 2 potato to see who goes first. Or you can just decide to play with something else. If both of you are feeling very angry and you don't want to share and you don't want to take turns, it's a good idea to just step back, find something else to play with until you both feel better, and then go back and see if maybe you want to take turns at that point. Arguments can make friends feel so angry they can hardly think about making up, at least not until they find a safe way to get their anger out. Okay? A safe way to get your anger out means in a way that won't hurt anyone, won't hurt their feelings, and it won't hurt them physically. And everyone deserves a right to be able to process their anger in a safe way. Okay, so this little skit, he says, "You need some clouds." Stop that. That is my side. See, so his friend is painting on his art. See how you like it. So then he gets upset and he does it back to his friend. Oh yeah, I'll show you. So at this point, they're just blaming each other, which is not constructive. That doesn't settle an argument. It's ruined. It's all your fault. And then the teacher says, "That's a nice picture of a storm." It was supposed to be a sunny day. Mine was too. So in this one, they're both not feeling good about how they responded to each other. And then once they acknowledge each other's feelings, they feel better. "I'm sorry. That's okay. You're still my friend." Sometimes an argument just gets worse and worse and worse, angrier and angrier, with no end in sight. Friends may need to separate, take a time out, or get a grown-up to help. And that is okay. Never hesitate to get a grown-up to help if you're just so struggling with your feelings of anger. And we talk about this a lot, it's okay to feel angry. It's not okay to hurt someone, but it is absolutely okay to feel angry. So, talking out an argument. Just like I said, there's a way that you can try to work through an argument that's good for the friendship and actually a lot of times makes your friendship stronger. And then there's ways to handle an argument that are bad for the friendship and they hurt both people involved and they hurt the actual friendship. Okay, so these are the good things that you can do to help you and your friend feel okay when you're having an argument. Number 1, stop arguing. Number 2, calm down. Take deep breaths, count backwards, relax your muscles, or leave the group for a minute. Now I want to say something about that. One thing that I like to do is I like to take a moment just to listen. So usually I'll go outside. If I'm feeling overwhelmed and angry, I can go outside and I can try not to think about anything else except for what I'm hearing. So I'm like, okay, I hear the birds, I hear a car, I hear the trash truck, and just practicing that mindfulness helps me to feel more calm. Okay, because remember, when we go talk to our friends, we want to feel calm, but we also want to give ourselves a moment to be angry, right? Agree to talk it out. Everyone gets a turn to tell their story and be listened to without being interrupted. Think up lots of ideas for solving the problem. Try to choose the best solution, the one everyone agrees on and thinks will work. Decide how to go about carrying out this plan, and then do it. Remember, arguments are allowed, but meanness is not. Remember, in order to please everyone at least a little bit, you may not get exactly what you want. And that's actually putting your feelings over someone else's for the sake of keeping the friendship healthy and positive. And we don't have to do that all the time, but sometimes we do. Being friendly means showing that you care about other kids, even the ones you hardly know. You can make them feel important and help them to belong. So just by little things, you can ask someone to play, you can smile and say hi, just by being kind. Here, let us help. It means treating others the way you would like to treat. It means treating others the way you would like them to treat you. That's what it's all about. You treat your friends and everyone the way you want to be treated. Something that I would like to add to this part. Do you think that it's important or that you need to be really good friends with everyone around you? It's not. We all need to be kind and respectful. You can smile at someone that's not your friend. You can maybe hold open a door for someone that's not your friend or ask them if they need help. But the people that are the closest to your heart, you want to actually be careful in choosing those people. And how you know you found the right people is when you know that your feelings are being understood and that that person cares for you the same way you care for them, okay? And if you ever find yourself in a friendship where you feel like you like them so much, but then they're kind of like, with you, like you don't feel like they really care for you the way that you care for them, it is okay to let that friendship just be what it is and find someone else that you really connect with. And those are the people that we let in really close. It feels great to have a friend. The end. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I will talk to you soon.